always talks about how
you're a dumbass. Okay, I can say that. It's not slander. You're a fucking moron. I can say that, and it's not slander. I can say that statistically, your people are dumber than other people, and that's not slander either.
Okay.
I feel like you can tell a lot about someone and their platform based on their followers and their fans. Part 3 of Ethan Klein's Crash Out. Today we're going to be talking about Ethan Klein's friend group and how they're all complicit in his genocidal freak thoughts and other things. So if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe and like and comment on this video. We're so close to hitting 15,000. We're less than 1,000 to hitting 15,000. So please, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe, make my dreams come true, and let's get into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is Ethan Klein praising Osmond Gould. Now, if you guys don't know who Osmond Gould is, he is the person who went on Twitch live stream and said that Palestinian people are, quote, inferior, and they, quote, are not the same as us, and they have a, quote, inferior culture. So he lives like a Neanderthal. I mean, the amount of big gulp cups in this video just makes me nauseated alone. So for Ethan Klein to praise him, gross. But this is the clip that made him go mega viral a couple months ago.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing. That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for.
Okay, you get the point. As he drinks from his big gulp and lives like this, he calls other people inferior culture. The irony is not lost, but that's beyond me. Okay, so that's just a refresher on who Osmond Gould is. Ethan Klein went on to praise Osmond Gould, calling him a centrist, which if you and I just watched the same video, we both know that he's not a centrist. He's a genocidal piece of shit.
Does pretty literal titles.
What about Asman? Because he's juicing hard on Trump.
Yeah. But he's like pro-Trump, isn't he?
Oh my God, is he?
I wouldn't say
I have to imagine, right?
I don't think he's like pro-Trump explicitly, overtly. I know people try to say that. I think he definitely leans more conservative, but I don't think he's as conservative as people try to paint him out to be.
Well, let's see.
Asman is Trump killed it.
He's Trump coded. That's
no,
a good...
Trump killed it.
What?
Trump killed.
That sounds pretty pro-Trump.
He said Trump what?
Killed it.
Oh, killed it.
In other words,
I think I would say he's Trump coded.
Trump's good at this. ...
I've watched his content. It's not.
That was said sarcastically.
It's not super pro-Trump. He's Trump coded though. Did he vote for Trump? Probably yes.
Probably.
Yeah, probably yes. But it's not a total glaze fest or anything like that.
Yeah, so I don't know. If you ask me, I would assume that someone who voted for Trump is a Trump supporter. Defending him and trying to say that he's only Trump coded is just kind of like weirdo behavior. I mean, if you know anything about Osmond Gould, you know he's a piece of shit, but obviously we know that Ethan probably doesn't hate that he said that. Then there's the Elon tweet. Ethan Klein has been railing against Elon Musk for years. Hila even made a few shirts bashing him. Cannot wait to see the cognitive dissonance here when they are confronted with the fact that one of the most powerful evil people in the world align with them. Zero self-introspection. The double standard is not just unreal, it's surreal, and it makes no sense. And this is to a tweet that says Ethan Klein reacts live to his 30-day Twitch ban for playing the Hasanabi content nuke on loop. OMG, it got banned. And then Elon Musk says yes to someone saying the double standard about the content nuke, even though Elon Musk is a Nazi. It's almost as if you like to pick and choose who is a Nazi and who is anti-Semitic. Because in my opinion, someone that does a Hitler salute is a Nazi. But in other people's opinions, he's just autistic. I don't get it. I really don't. And, you know, we can talk about the Nazi salute. There was a Jewish organization that actually just simply tried to argue that Elon Musk didn't mean it to be anti-Semitic. The same Jewish organization that was doxing people who are pro-Palestine, students who are pro-Palestine, and calling them anti-Semitic, doxing them, putting them on, you know, encouraging their names to go on websites like the Canary Mission, which is basically a lifelong dox. But then for some reason, this is okay. And you know what? Let's just watch it again. Let's just watch it again since y'all want to play so much about him.
I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
I don't know. My opinion, I think that's pretty clear. So Mike from the PA is also kind of in this too. He's in a lot of these conversations. And Mike from the PA claims that there is irrefutable proof that Ethan Klein is directly coordinating his messaging against Hassan with Destiny, who is an accused sexual criminal. We made a video about that about a month ago. He has multiple allegations of women saying that he recorded their voice and or recorded them having sex with him without knowing, and then he spread it to a bunch of people that they didn't know. So those are the allegations. And Ethan, in his community, Ethan pulls directly a top post from Destiny subreddit and posts it in his Instagram raw. Look at the timestamps. So Denim's proven wrong in 4K as she's commenting about Ethan, and then Ethan posts it like literally a minute later. So obviously this is anecdotal evidence that Mike is saying. Mike is saying, hey, based off of my personal experience and based off of the timestamps, I believe that this is happening. I don't know if this is real or not, but I mean, I think it's food for thought for sure. But are we surprised that Destiny and Ethan would be working together? No, because they both hate Hassan Piker. I personally think it's out of jealousy, but whatever. And they're both public losers. And what I mean by public losers is they have their following and they're very successful in the public sphere, but they also have an equal, not if not bigger, amount of people that viscerally hate them. And as a public commentator, when you have so many people that hate you so publicly and you're just such a, I guess, controversial figure, for lack of better terms, you band together with the other shitty content creators because you guys are all going through the same thing. And then your followers kind of morph into each other, and you kind of use each other's followers to attack other people, which is something that Destiny is great at doing. If you know, you know. If you've ever been attacked by Destiny's following, it's a fucking nightmare. You will literally never want to go back on the internet again. His followers are deranged. They're insane. They are basically the type of people that live in their grandma's basement, don't come out, and watch Destiny 14 hours a day. But anyways, you get the point. So then Ethan says he loves some of Destiny's content. So this tweet says, remember when Ethan Klein suddenly started talking about fry bullies and quote small beans, or very suddenly couldn't stop talking about quote tankies? Ethan doesn't just use Destiny's subreddit for research. He's deeply embedded in their community and culture. He is a Destiny orbiter. That is a huge allegation to make. Huge allegation to make. And so this is the post that Ethan made. I will not tolerate Dan slander. He had my back during the Hassan convo, and Destiny did defend Vosh's consumption of Loli. To be fair, I enjoy some of Destiny's content, but his insistence on being edgy pushes reasonable people like Dan away, and he's not wrong. His insistent persistence on being quote edgy, not the multiple allegations of sexual assault, not the court cases against him for being a sex criminal, not all of the articles about him alleging being a sex criminal, not him continuously using smaller creators to bash on them and make money, not him destroying people's lives. Oh, that's not why people don't like him. It's just because he's a little edgy. Okay, dude. Okay. So, I mean, like, listen, if anyone tells me that they like Destiny or they fuck with him or they like their content, it's an immediate no for me. Like, it's just immediate no for me. That's just that. The first time I came into contact with Destiny, like, I've been his number one hater. I'm not his number one orbiter. I'm his number one hater, and I hold that with pride because that man is fucking deranged. Like, fully deranged. I think it's important to talk about one of the girls who made the allegations against Destiny. This is Pixie. She is the person who originally made the allegations against Destiny. And on November 29th, streamer Destiny non-consensually shared my nudes, making me a victim of revenge porn. Then she wrote a whole Substack about it that we're not going to get into because we made a whole other video and we did a whole other stream about that. But she then update, Destiny has retained Andrew Brettler. Brettler has been the lawyer for Prince Andrew, Bill Cosby, and Danny Masterson. Prince Andrew, the one that was frolicking around Epstein's Island for so long, and Bill Cosby. Brother, ew. So you're telling me that you think Destiny's content is cool and you like his content while he retained a lawyer that defends Prince Andrew and Bill Cosby? What the fuck is wrong with you? But then also there's multiple clips of, you know, Destiny being a fucking raging Zionist. In this clip, he said that Palestinians should be ethnically cleansed from the region.
Honestly, I'm pro-genocide. Like, it sounds really shitty, but like, I think that Israel should just drop its fucking borders about where it is now, and basically Palestinians can go live in another place. That's really shitty, but like, that's about where I'm at. I don't know,
You just think that Palestine should just pack up and Native American the fuck out of there?
The problem is that it seems like there is a hugely general hostility to Jewish people across really the entire world, but definitely the Middle East.
You know what kills me is how it's just like the way he says it is so callous. Like he's just laughing. He's like, I know it's so shitty, but like, just kill them off and all take their land. Make sky rises. You fucking weirdo. And then the girls in there just fucking laughing with him. But then there's other posts like this one saying that, with Destiny saying that he isn't sure if nuking Palestine would count as genocide. Really some big brain stuff here, you know what I mean? Really, truly, we're talking about an intellectual, you know what I mean? Definitely not a fucking incel or a sex pest, an intellectual.
Down racial domination enacted through top-down, like federal legislative policies or whatever, means that I don't know if Jim Crow would have qualified for apartheid. That doesn't make it any less. Excuse me, Finkelstein. I'm talking right now. Excuse me, Finkelstein. I'm talking to your friend over here. I don't know if it would have qualified as the crime of apartheid. Just like if Israel were to literally nuke the Gaza Strip and kill 2 million people, I don't know if that would qualify for the crime of genocide.
We talked about how Ethan's relationship with the Neanderthal Osmongold. We talked about his relationship with alleged sex pest Destiny. But then there's this whole Tim Pool phase as well. So it just kind of gets better from there. So this is Tim Pool saying that Ethan is joining the good side. Brother, ew.
Funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate liberals, dude. I hate them. I hate them so viciously.
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude. Liberals are the most, like, scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable of?
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
Bro, Ethan's so stupid. He's like, was I being manipulated the whole time? No, dude. You willingly went out and created a podcast with someone you called your friend. Sometimes it's just simply not that deep. You know what I mean? So, right-wing influencers were duped to work for a covert Russian operation, US says. So, this is literally an article saying an indictment filed Wednesday alleges a media company linked to 6 conservative influencers, including well-known personalities Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, and Benny Johnson, was secretly funded by Russian state media employees to churn out English language videos that were, quote, often consistent with the Kremlin's, quote, interest in amplifying U.S. domestic division in order to weaken U.S. opposition to Russian interests, like it's war in Ukraine. That's one thing. So, you know, when Tim Pool is commenting, Ethan, join the good side, and you're talking about someone that is literally a paid Russian asset or an alleged paid Russian asset, are you really, like, you know, are you really on the right side of history? I don't know, probably not. So this is the type of content that Tim Pool is making.
They know it. But I don't know that it matters anymore. This is psychotic. Ukraine is the enemy of this country. Ukraine is our enemy, being funded by the Democrats. I will stress this again. One of the greatest enemies of our nation right now is Ukraine. They are expanding this war. Now, don't get me wrong. I know you've got criminal elements of the U.S. government pushing them and guiding them and telling them what to do. Ukraine is now accused, a German warrant issued for blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline, triggering this conflict. Ukraine is the greatest threat to this nation and to the world. We should rescind all funding and finance.
Yeah, okay, you get the point. Then we have Ethan Klein and Keemstar, which is its whole lore separately. Ethan Klein shares tweets from Keemstar's drama alert. Twitch streamer Frogan hopes American soldiers get PTSD. Which, like, listen, she did do that, and then she doubled down, and then she apologized. Do I agree with what she did there? Not entirely. I think that is more nuanced than that. I also do recognize that she's a Lebanese woman who has been impacted by American imperialism and American activity in the Middle East for decades now. So I don't think it's my place to speak on what she said or not. So Keemstar also called out Hassan for, quote, anti-white racism. Keemstar tweets, racism is racism no matter what race is being targeted. There has been no remorse for his words/actions. It's more than fair to call him a racist at this point. When platforms make rules on racism, those rules protect every race, not just the ones you like.
Hillbilly, hick, mayonnaise monkey, vanilla gorilla, and numerous other kinds of words, or honky, whitey, numerous other kinds of words, redneck, hillbilly, hick, mayonnaise monkey, vanilla gorilla.
I'm not gonna lie to you, mayonnaise monkey, that's kind of funny. It's funny, okay, but listen, reverse racism is not a thing, my guy. Like, racism is an institution. It's a construct, right? There is no construct of racism against white people. White people are chilling. But then Ethan Klein goes on to promote a misogynist YouTube video that objectifies and belittles Twitch streamer Denims. Ethan will stoop to any low in order to smear pro-Palestine voices. Grateful to anyone willing to speak out on this. Thank you, man. Check out his full video on YouTube. Let's see what kind of brain rot he uploaded.
Brave. Oh my god, y'all. I'm blocking the talent. Oh my god, y'all. Let me chill. Nah, he's really gonna be on my dick. I'm like, who the fuck against you? I've been said this, y'all. I've been said this if niggas don't know. Denims, I high-key been said Denims look good. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Denims look good. That's why I'm mad as shit at her. She decided she wants to go suck the actual fucking semen out of Hassan's balls instead of fucking basically being the next Sniper Wolf, which that could have been so much easier for her. She could have been doing fucking the most stupid ass NPC shits on fucking TikToks and banging up the fucking views.
That was fucking disgusting, first of all. Second of all, any woman that says anything about Hassan, these fucking basement dwelling Neanderthals come out of the woodworks and they're like, you just want Hassan's dick. You just want Hassan's dick. First of all, I don't want Hassan, okay? Because I've gotten this comment too, and it's like, listen, Hassan, like, sure, he's great at what he does, but it's like, that's everyone's man. I don't want everyone's man. Respectfully. I like my man to be in the shadows. I like no one to know about him. I like him to be my secret and my secret only. So personally, would I date or marry or be with someone that's famous? Probably not. It's just not my speed. But also, any fucking NPC comes out of the woodworks and they're like, you want Hassan, you just want to suck Hassan's dick, you want Hassan's balls, you want, and it's just like, no, that's not it. Like, we just don't like Ethan. It's just so weird. It's so weird. I don't understand why people do that. And it's the way people like hypersexualize Denims too. This is not the first person I've seen speak about Denims in such a sexual way. And listen, more power to Denims, but this is exactly why I wear my baggy sweaters and my baggy shirts. I don't think I've ever done a stream or uploaded a video on YouTube where I'm wearing a shirt that can show my boobs or show my body. I could 100% do that because I have boobs and body, but it's like, it's because of shit like this. It's because of the male objectification that women go through on social media and just like, you know, the way they speak about women. It's like they try to discredit women in the political space based on anything, literally anything. So then there's also this tweet where apparently Ethan fan is being racist towards Sean the Black. So this is an Ethan fan being racist to him, but I don't know. Let's see what this clip is.
Always talks about how you're a dumbass. Okay, I can say that. It's not slander. You're a fucking moron. I can say that, and it's not slander. I can say that statistically, your people are dumber than other people, and that's not slander either.
Okay. I feel like you can tell a lot about someone and their platform based on their followers and their fans. And it's crazy because what this person just said is very eugenics coded, and eugenics was like Hitler's favorite thing. So your followers are following Hitler's playbook publicly and then publishing it on YouTube apparently. It's crazy when your own followers and your own fans are being anti-Semitic. You see the cognitive dissonance here. Now we're going to talk about Ethan. So we've talked about Ethan's circle, but not even Ethan's circle, the people that kind of orbit around Ethan, because Tim Pool, I don't know if Tim Pool is in Ethan's circle, but he orbits in and around the drama that Ethan's in. Obviously, there's some sort of relationship between Ethan and Osmongold, as well as Destiny. All in all, mostly pieces of shit. Actually, all of them pieces of shit, in my personal opinion. But then we have videos of Ethan also being racist on his own. So I'm going to play that really quick.
Due to me, I've already said the N-word You can't take me down.
Someone makes a compilation. It's like, here's Ethan saying nigger.
Well, who said nigger faggot? The nigger faggot has just been around the block.
Yeah.
I love that I can just say nigger faggot.
Yeah. Like, I feel like you're using it a little liberally.
I love saying nigger faggot. It's so wonderful.
Yeah.
So
now you're gonna get shit for it.
Nigger faggot whore. It's just a wonderful string of words that really gets you going. Fuck you, nigger faggot.
And his whole thing is that he says nigger faggot. And saying nigger faggot. He's a hypocrite because he said nigger before. Well, Ethan said nigger before, and someone makes a compilation. It's like, here's Ethan saying nigger, referring to the word and saying nigger in a reference. H3's a hypocrite because he said nigger on his podcast. It's like, dude, I think there's a clear difference between saying nigger and referencing it. I said, he said nigger. When I'm me saying nigger faggot. Be like, I was at a party and said nigger and she left. And they're like, oh, Ethan said nigger.
Oh, he said it!
I have nothing to apologize for.
But what to expect from stupid niggers? Sorry, blacks, but most of you are easy to manipulate. Ungo, boingo, boongo, bongo. Here, niggers just have to nig.
If we were watching a YouTube video and just anyone was on screen and you called them the N-word out of nowhere, that would be much closer to what happened.
Pranked! Broke ass nigger.
But in this case, there's no context.
He's like killing niggas.
No,
there's no context.
And just anyone was on screen and you called them the N-word at
He's like, nigga, you think I'll leave here without them Doritos, dog? Nah, fool.
I mean, you really just dropped the N-bomb, like, straight up.
You ain't holding down shit. Nigga, you broke. You ashy as fuck.
But you didn't see that one coming, huh?
God damn, he really kind of just was really comfortable using that word. And people always target her. It's what happened with this one guy.
You know, whenever you're referring to the N-word, you can just say N-word or N-word with the hard R, or you can just say hard R. Everyone understands you. I promise no one's going to be confused. If you're not black, it's not your place to say that word. I mean, I understand if someone says it out of not knowing how offensive it is, or like they say it once, they get corrected, and then they never do it again. Like, you know, I do think people evolve, right? But to say it this many times is diabolical. That's actually diabolical.
This image is pretty twisted up in itself. She's holding what looks like a phallic object, a little 8-year-old girl, and a big, giant black man looking in on her, man. It's like Blackzilla. This guy's got a weird fantasy, dude. Blackzilla rapes the little 8-year-old white girl with blonde hair. He likes it. He likes them white and blonde.
Listen, even if that was a joke, why would you joke about that? What the fuck? I honestly didn't know what I was gonna get myself into with this video, but like, we're not even halfway through.
You're cute and quirky.
It's fine.
If a guy gets a Mega Masturbate 6000, it's a problem. He's a creep.
As soon as I get fucking VR with a fleshlight, fuck doll of a child.
Obviously pedophile guy.
I think they're calling you a pedophile.
I've been trying to attract a teenage girl my whole life so far. It hasn't fucking worked. A teenage girl runs away with pedophile type of vibe. What do you think, Hila? Could we kidnap a teenage girl together?
You know when you watch something and you feel like you're going insane watching it? That's kind of how I feel right now. I mean, I do think the early 2000s and like 2010 was a different time for media. You know, we had shows like The Office, which would have been very controversial if they came out now, right? So I do think back in the day, a lot more was acceptable when it came to media. That being said, you saying the hard R as a white man, I don't think has ever been acceptable. I don't think making jokes about a girl getting raped has ever been acceptable. Maybe I live by different standards. And unfortunately, a lot of these liberals that think they're progressive hold a lot of these racist views. I think when you have a platform, you really need to be careful. Like, people look up to you, especially a platform as big as Ethan's. Like, you can't just be going around saying things like that. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm going insane watching this, so I'm going to go to the next video.
Well, and I mean, Ashkenazi Jews were all inbred. That's why we all have all these neurological diseases.
Holy shit.
Because back in the day, we had our little village and we fucking ran around in our little suits. And nobody wanted to fuck us, so we're like, well, we'll fuck each other. And to be honest, there's like stinky suit wearing, like, bro, you have to be very generous to fuck a Hasidic Jew, right?
How would I know?
Yeah. How am I going to say to that?
I mean, well, I've lived in Israel for 5 years, so they wear the suits, they got the hats, they don't shower nearly enough. When it's 1,000,000 degrees outside, they rock the black suit. They stink, bro. They stink. And you know they don't shave. You've seen their face. Imagine what their dicks look like.
Wait, I always thought those were like fake.
No,
Those are real?
Those aren't extensions.
Those are real.
Those are all.
That is commitment. I guess, you know, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it.
Their faces look so gnarly. So imagine what these dudes look naked, and they're all pretty fat, too, because that wife's at home cooking. That's all she does.
Not all fat.
Well, a lot of the ones you see are pretty chunky.
Can we get a picture?
Yeah, let's see this.
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of how hot they are.
Harry.
No.
You asked for it. Acidic Jew.
So Eric, what about you, man?
My tooth hurts.
You know, I typed that, and the first thing that came up is Jewish porn.
What?
I typed fat, hairy,
Ashkenazi
Hasidic
Jewish
Jew.
porn?
Well,
I want to say Hasidic Jewish porn.
I guess
it's based on
there's
your
something
searches.
for everyone.
Guys, I have
For those of you who are confused as to who Hasidic Jews are, I don't think I'm the best person to answer this question just because I am not very well educated on what the difference between being a Hasidic Jew and a non-Hasidic Jew is. But like sometimes you can see them in New York where they kind of wear these specific outfits and they have these like two curls that come down the side of their face. I want to say it's like a sect of Judaism, but I'm not entirely sure. But if you're a Hasidic Jew, you wear these kinds of outfits. Like it's a very specific hat. It's a very specific aesthetic. And he's basically saying that they're smelly, they're hairy, they're fat, and no one wants to fuck them, I guess. That's what he's saying, which is honestly, I would say it's anti-Semitic, but he's also Jewish, so I don't really know if that counts as anti-Semitism. I think it's mean. Whenever I've ran into them, they've seemed pretty normal to me, but I don't know. Like maybe that's a stereotype amongst Jewish people in Israel. I don't fucking know what's going on. I'm not Jewish, so I don't know. But it's one of those things where it's like I would perceive that as anti-Semitic personally. So yeah, this was the part 3 of Ethan Klein's compilation of his crash out. There are so many different aspects of this crash out. Like it's actually hard to cover, but I feel like I'm getting brain rot talking about Ethan Klein, so this is gonna be the last time. But if he continues to crash out, best believe I'm gonna be back. But for now, we're not gonna be talking about Ethan Klein that much anymore because I feel like my brain is like melting down and it's seeping into my mouth and my body. I feel like I have 2 brain cells left and they're playing ping pong with each other. So I would just rather not talk about Ethan for at least a couple of weeks. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment for more videos like this. We're so close to 50,000 subscriptions, so make sure you subscribe and I'll see you guys next time.